Welcome everyone to the second video of Secrets to Various Examination. Today's title is Secrets to Cracking IIFT. Indian Institute of Foreign Trade has two campuses, one at Delhi, one at Kolkata. They may come up with a third campus soon. Both the campuses accept score of IIFT examination, and that is the topic of the day. Now let us understand exam pattern of IIFT. Instead of discussing what is going to be the exam pattern of IIFT, I would like to discuss what has been the pattern of IIFT since last 2 years. In last 2 years, IIFT has asked 110 questions. The entire test paper was of 300 marks. Number of questions per sections were different. Weightage in terms of marks per question was also different for each and every section. To be precise, as you can see, in quant section, we had 25 questions. Each had a weightage of +3 or -1 marks. In LRDI section, we had 30 questions. Again, +3 and -1. In verbal ability plus RC section, we had 35 questions with weightage of +3, -1. The last section, GK, had 20 questions with a weightage of +1.5 or -0.5. That's basically half of +3 and -1. In total, as I said, we had 110 questions with total of 300 marks. Before I discuss anything about the strategy of cracking IIFT, there has to be one disclaimer. The pattern that I shared was of last 2 years. Before that, IIFT used to ask questions in a different format. They used to ask separate sections of VA and RC. LR and DI used to come in different sections. So it also used to change number of questions per sections as well and the weightage per question. For information, there was an era where the entire question paper used to be of 100 marks, irrespective of the number of questions. Number of questions themselves used to vary from 115 to 130. Weightage per question used to vary from 0.5 marks per question to 1 mark per questions. So there is no fixed certainty that it will not come back this year. It may come back. But having seen last 2 years paper, which are nearly identical as far as overall composition of the questions is concerned, we may see the same pattern. But if at all the pattern changes, students should be ready to adapt to the old pattern. Let's move to the cutoff part. Like any other examination, this examination also has two kinds of cutoff, the overall cutoff and the sectional cutoff. Starting with the sectional cutoff, first of all. Last year, the QA section had a sectional cutoff of 8 marks. VARC section had a sectional cutoff of 19 marks. The same for DILR was 13 and for GK, it was 5.5 marks. Now, when we say sectional cutoff, in the case of other prominent examinations and other prominent colleges, sectional cutoff generally is a very huge target to conquer for most of the students. As the college becomes more reputed, they tend to increase their sectional cutoff. In case of IIFT, they do have sectional cutoff, but they are not very challenging. That is what they have been practicing since last decade. So in this case, when I said 8 marks is the sectional cutoff of quant, it was a number to be conquered anyhow. If you don't get 8 marks, you won't get a quant for sure. But then these 8 marks are not difficult to get in an IIFT paper. As I told you, each and every question is of 3 marks. So technically, if you want to get 8 marks, you don't need to get more than 3 questions correct. It's very easily possible. So yes, they are sectional cutoff, but they are not as challenging as usual sectional cutoffs of top B schools are. So instead of calling them sectional cutoffs, I would like to call them sectional minimums. So these are these minimum scores that you need to manage, first of all, to ensure that you don't get hurt through sectional cutoffs of any of these sections. So if I talk about VARC section, a sectional cutoff of 19 of last year could have been achieved by getting 7 questions correct. And to get probably 7 questions correct, you need to attempt probably 12 to 13 questions. For DILR, if the cutoff was 13 marks, you need to get 5 to 6 questions right. For that, you need to attempt probably 7 to 8 questions. In case of GK, you can arrive at a similar number. Now coming to the overall cutoff. If I talk about last year's overall cutoff needed to get an IIFT call, well, there is no fixed answer. Even for 2 students of the same category, let's say of general category, the number varied from person to person, depending on the profile score. So as per the IIFT communication, they are going to give 27% weightage to your profile, and remaining 73% will be taken from the IFT score. Out of this 27% or 27 marks, students, depending on their profile of 10th, 12th, their stream, whether it is science stream or not, engineering stream or not, and the gender diversity, they can get up to 27 marks out of 27. More the marks, better for you, because that reduces your dependency on the IFT score itself. Last year, the cutoff for general category was 43.5 marks. So if you have got 27 out of 27 in your profile, you need to get very few more marks from IFT test to get a call from IFT Delhi Kolkata campus. For getting the marks out of IFT examination, they have a simple mechanism. The weightage of IFT score is 73%. That means their formula for converting your score into the overall score is your score divided by 300 marks. That used to be the full marks in last two IFT papers into 73. So suppose I got a total score of 100, then my score that will be added to my profile score would be 100 divided by 300 into 73. That will be added to your profile score. If the grand total of the profile score and the new IFT score based on this weightage was 43.5, then you got a call of IFT Delhi Kolkata campus last year. Now, this grand cutoff for general category, which was 43.5, may change this year depending on the difficulty level of the IFT paper itself. Now coming to the most important part of this video, that is, what is the strategy to crack IFT examination? And that is pretty simple. Since last 10 years, number of questions have changed, full marks have changed, negative marking have changed, number of sections have changed. But one thing that hasn't changed is the fact that IFT was always interested in sectional minimums. They keep cutoffs, but they are very, very nominal. So instead of distributing my time of 120 minutes evenly across all the sections, I would like to distribute them in a manner that maximizes my grand total, along with clearing sectional cutoffs of all the sections. So how should you approach the IFT paper? One simple strategy is dividing the entire 120 minutes in two parts. It may be 60 minute plus 60 minute or 70 minute plus 50 minute kind of a thing. What would be the phase one? What would be the part one? It would be your effort to clear sectional cutoffs of all the sections. In the second part, you will maximize your score by attacking those sections which are either your strength or they are by chance easy in that paper, and you feel that you can get marks easily in this section, right? Let me explain this little more in detail. Usually, I recommend students to start with GK section, because whether you know answer to each and every questions or not, you will get a lot of pace in GK section. You'll be able to go through the questions very rapidly. So I suggest you to go through all the questions, mark all the answers that you feel are right or you feel should be right. Don't think much about which out of these two options would be correct. You can take a 50% chance as well, right? Come out of GK section out of 7-8 minutes. That is enough for the entire GK section. That gives you a momentum. It's a speed-based test only. It's not a test which is as slow as CAT. So you need to get a momentum that I believe can be generated through a GK section at the beginning. Then you have three sections: Quant, VARC, and LRDI. You can pick them up in any order that you feel is right. You can start with your scoring section. It can be Quant, it can be VARC, it can be LRDI. Start with the scoring section so the momentum continues. You are not supposed to finish the entire section in one go. Just clear the sectional cutoff needed for that section. For example, in Quant, if you feel this paper, this set of questions of Quant deserves a sectional cutoff of 12 based on your experience of solving mock papers, then just ensure that you get 5 to 6 questions correct. And for that, you just need to attempt 7 to 8 questions if you have good accuracy. So once you are done with 7 to 8 good confident attempts, you should be out of Quant section. Then move to the second section, let's say VARC, do your job. Move to the third section, that is LRDI, do your job. So I believe your GK section will consume 7 to 10 minutes. Quant, VARC, and LRDI sections may consume 20 minutes approximately in the process of finishing your sectional cutoffs. And then you would have a free run of 50 minutes that I call phase 2. In this free run of 50 minutes, you can go back to those sections which, according to your strength and according to the difficulty level of the paper, gives you marks in the easiest way. So the marks earned per minute should be highest for those areas. So choose your sections wisely. You are not supposed to go back to your weak area, especially if the questions are very lengthy and you are not very confident about getting them right comfortably, right? So that's the whole strategy of maximizing marks in the IFT examination. At the end, I would like to say that IFT is a different examination. I would like to believe that most of the IFT takers have attempted CAT as well. So they have gone through a rigorous preparation of CAT and CAT pattern both. IFT has a different pattern. It deserves writing enough mock papers of IFT. So I suggest writing one mock paper almost per day from here to IFT if possible. Between CAT and IFT, if you can write 3 to 4 IFT mock papers as well, even that would be sufficient, right? Do analysis very well. Judge what distribution of time would be perfect for you. And that will optimize your score without learning anything new. All the best.